Hi Aquarius, this is going to be a self-love tarot message. It's going to be general, so it might not resonate with everybody, but I plan on doing them weekly, so if you want to come back next week, maybe you can find something that's closer or that helps you more. These are self-love readings, and they're designed to show us areas where we might be consciously or subconsciously letting ourselves down. We build habits every day that revolve around helping other people and not around ourselves. And through these messages, Spirit likes to showcase ways that we can live more authentically. It's a 6-card spread, and I shuffled a little bit before we got started, so I'm going to shuffle a little more again, I think, like this. Just like that. Just like that. We'll do it one more time. So in the first position we have how you've been feeling about yourself lately or currently. And then in the second position we have maybe some needs or maybe something that you need to prioritize. You might not be aware of it, so Spirit's going to draw our attention to it. In the third position we have something that an area you need to focus on, where Spirit might think that you could be or could not be aware of it, but that you've been putting it on the back burner. And so Spirit wants to bring more of your attention towards that. In the fourth position, we have an area that you can allow yourself to be more authentic in. We're all multifaceted, and we all have all different aspects to ourselves. And the more of those aspects we let out, the more we can be authentic with ourselves, which really teaches us to love ourselves more by accepting ourselves for who we are. In the fifth position, you have something you have to let go of, which is pretty basic. In the sixth position, you have something that Spirit wants to draw your attention to. You need to acknowledge. Maybe you don't know about it in this situation. And in the seventh position, we have Spirit message. Okay, we can get started. So, in the first position, how you're feeling about yourself, Aquarius, we have happiness. You're feeling so happy right now. Look at you running, jumping, skipping. Maybe something good is happening. Running through all this water, you have all this emotion. It's just everywhere. Well, that's really good, Aquarius. I wonder what you're so happy about. In the second position, something that you need to prioritize, okay, is the universe. So I always think of the universe as, well, in this deck it represents the world, but I always think of the universe and the world as portals. So you need to be prioritizing change, or getting ready for change at the very least. The portal requires conscious effort to walk through. You have to make that decision on your own. So when it comes to you, you get to decide. But Spirit is acknowledging that there is change coming. And that's good. We all need change. Change brings us to who we really are. And in the third position, an area where you might not be giving yourself 100%, we have this Prince of Cups energy. This Prince of Cups is like the Knight of Cups. You see, he's in his little chariot. It's being pulled by this dolphin. A dolphin is completely submerged in their emotions. This person is being drawn by their emotions forward. They're pure emotions. You see the little white flower? It indicates purity. Maybe you have emotions that you are not dealing with right now. And Spirit is saying you need to prioritize the pull. The draw. There's something you're being drawn to, Aquarius. What are you being drawn to? Whatever it is, Spirit wants you to recognize it and move towards it. That's exciting. Ooh, okay, so right now you're happy, and there's a portal, something you have to go through, something you have to choose, a choice maybe, and it's regarding letting these feelings take you, following your feelings. I like that. I just did Capricorn, and Capricorn had something very similar. Capricorn is capable of all of these feelings, but they don't let them out. Let's see. All right. Ooh, this is great. In the area that you need to acknowledge to be more authentic with yourself is this Three of Cups. You have so much Cups energy, so much water and emotions. Look at that. This is great. In the area that you need to acknowledge to be more authentic with yourself is this Three of Cups. You have so much Cups energy, so much water and emotions. Look at that. This is great. In the area that you need to acknowledge to be more authentic with yourself is this Three of Cups. You have so much water and emotions. Look at that. Three of Cups. Excellent. That's great energy. Look at all that fun. And then you have happiness above it, and it says abundance at the top. Three of Cups. Wow. Maybe you need to acknowledge the abundance around you. Right now what I'm seeing a lot of is just so much emotions. You're already happy. But what is the happiness leading you to? It's leading you to something because you have this universe, right? The universe is saying, okay, change is coming. But you need to showcase more of that abundance. When the universe rewards you with something, for a little while, for a tiny little bit, you can enjoy that all to yourself, right? But then what's really great is like letting other people know, hey, look, I was faithful in this situation, or I did what I believed was the right thing, and the universe has rewarded me with this Three of Cups, this abundance, this happiness. And look, they're your friends, and you're sharing your happiness and abundance with your friends. So I think that the message here overall is just transitioning out of this stage where you're keeping all of this happiness and excitement to yourself and then sharing that with other people. There's always good news to be shared. Oh, well, that's counterintuitive. Because it says you're happy, and it says you should share this happiness, and you need to acknowledge it and bring it forth, and people are going to like that aspect of you, and you're going to like to be happy with everyone else. But it says something you need to let go of is this sun energy. Look at that. They're skipping and jumping, and they're so happy. With the sun, I usually get like joy and excitement, like a new beginning. I love when you see the sun in a spread because like the sun is all this positive energy. And then there's this male and this female, and they're skipping and jumping, and they're fairies, and they're happy. But it says you need to let go of the sun. We'll clarify on this. What could you possibly need to let go of? We'll see. And in this position, the last one that you need to acknowledge, prudence. Prudence. Well, these are both counterintuitive messages because it was just telling you that everything's happy and you're great and you're feeling really good and you want to share that with other people. But now it's saying, maybe hold on. Maybe be prudent in your actions and your behavior. And what you say and what you do. Aquarius. Okay. Spirit wants you to know there's a message here for Spirit. Oh. And the message is Judgment. The Aeon. Well, I know that in the traditional tarot, the Judgment is the angel on high, right? Just like this, it's your higher self is calling down to, or the archangel at the top is calling down to the zombies who are just like going through life, right? But I feel like this isn't like that Judgment. I feel like this is Judgment, your judgment. Oh, yeah, no, I feel like this. I feel like this is calling you to be discerning, practice good judgment over who you share all this information with. There's like all this sharing, right? And it's calling you to share this abundance. Maybe it's calling you to be careful about what it is you're sharing also. You have something to be shared. Which message is it? Which part should you be sharing and with who you should be sharing? I'm an oversharer. You will get that from these readings, but you have to be careful with who you share with, right? Let's see. So I feel like right now there's all this happiness and there's all this emotions. There's a pull, there's a draw to move forward into abundance, but you have to be careful because maybe what you're thinking about, the way that you're thinking about the sun is not what you think it is. Okay, and then practice prudence and be careful with what message you're sharing. I think that's fair. Let us clarify. I will be using the Shamanic Healing Oracle deck. They're gorgeous cards. I'll show you them as we go. So let's see. For this Nine of Cups. So we said right now you're feeling really good, Aquarius. You're feeling pretty happy. That's exciting. I like happiness, but we haven't done Pisces yet, so we'll see what I get. Oh, retreat. That's interesting. That's an interesting card. Maybe retreating has made you happy. Or maybe with this happiness you need to retreat and enjoy it for a little while. Mini vacation? I don't know. But here we see that there has been some kind of storm. You've been on the rough end of some stuff, and now you're just taking a little break. Maybe in that break you found happiness. That makes so much sense. I was trying to think, like, why would you want to take a break if you're already happy? Maybe in your break you found happiness. That is a real thing. Maybe that happiness came to you slowly but steadily, and you had to tread through all these emotions to get there. But you're coming out on the other side happy. Wow, that's a good journey. I like that a lot. Okay, so this universe we said, right? So we said Spirit wants you to prioritize, understanding that transition is coming. Prioritize knowing that things can change if you allow them to. And with that change, or maybe because of the truth, that change is coming. It's truth. In America, we also associate the eagle with freedom. So truth and freedom. The truth will set you free. And that could be this portal. Maybe there is a truth coming to you that's going to set you free. You're going to feel much better. You're going to feel really good about yourself. Oh yeah, the omens. Maybe if you think about it, you can see things coming. Or I mean, you can feel it, right? Like you notice. Omens could be birds. You just got the truth. And there were birds in that retreat too. And the sun has wings, and the people in the judgment. Wings. Maybe the more birds, the more winged creatures you're seeing, the more you'll know. There's that transition. But Spirit is calling you to focus now on the feelings that you have. Pure feelings. Any of these emotions that are coming up that are drawing you out, right? They want you to know. Focus on those. There's unlimited possibilities. Yeah, I'm not really sure, how this is all going to play out for you. But I feel like no matter how this plays out, that you don't really have to worry, because I feel like your happiness was like hard won. Like you had to learn a lot of lessons to get there. So now that you're there, you're not going to go back how far you were. Okay, so like you thought you were at square one or rock bottom here, right? And then you had to crawl out, and then you got up here, and now you're like happy in your level and things are going well. So this is your new rock bottom. You're not going to go back down there ever again. Like the farthest that you will come now is back to where you are. And that's a good place to be. I feel like you got to follow these feelings though. Anytime we talk about self-love, that's your definition of what love for yourself would be. For me, love for myself would be lots of time on my couch with my dog, and I'm eating chocolate, she's not eating chocolate. That would be self-love for me. But for you, maybe it's different. For you, maybe it's retreat. For you, maybe it's, going out into nature. Maybe for other people, it's shopping. I also like to shop, but that would mean going around people, and I don't want to do that. I want to eat chocolate. But this is telling me, this card here is this past, present, and future. This always represents to me the habits. So in this area that you need to prioritize, in an area this card says that you might know that you're not like giving yourself 100%. Maybe there are already times in your life where you have these feelings, but you're not allowing yourself to pursue them or be drawn towards them. Maybe you feel like sometimes you just have to, you're just stuck where you are. But the truth is those feelings are your calling. They're calling to you. They're saying, come with me, come with me. You like this thing, go explore it more. There's unlimited possibilities. This could be about anything, honestly. There could be so many ways, so many things you're interested in. You could be interested in pottery, jamming. You could make jams. That'd be something you could be interested in. Sewing, crochet, macrame, painting, woodwork. There's all these things you could be interested in, but if you never allow yourself the feeling to want to invest enough, you're denying yourself unlimited possibilities. And that would be habits that we make. So Spirit is saying stop like denying yourself things. Stop denying yourself the things you want to do, and showcase that you are abundant. I mean, there are people in this picture, but I think that you yourself are already abundant. You can do these things. You have the ability to do these things. You have the desire to do these things. So go get them and then share that with people. If there's things you want to try, like maybe you want to try a pottery class, but you want your friends to go with you, but they're always working and they never have time. Go by yourself. I know that's scary, and then you have to like talk to people. I don't really like that part myself, but you can go by yourself. Maybe if you want to get a gun, yeah, and you want to go to the gun range, but you're kind of scared because like you've never had a gun before, you could just go by yourself. Or don't. You don't have to do that, because this card is saying that you can invite other people to do it with you. Your abundance is exciting to other people. That's nice. Try new things. Reunion of souls. Maybe you will be sharing your good success and fortune or your abundance with others. Reunion of souls. That'd be nice, right? See old friends and try new things. Oh, that sounds like a real good day. Now, if there were donuts involved, that'd be my whole day. That'd be my everything I want. Discernment, right? Okay, so we were kind of saying that a little bit. Discernment. That's true. Okay. So I see here the possibility for prosperity. I just feel like there is discernment. We were talking about that earlier, right? So there's this need to share. We're talking about this abundance, going out and sharing whatever it is that you have to do or you want to do, or any of these ideas that you have. But being careful with who and what you share. I think that's super fair. I mean, it's kind of a bummer, like if you ever had like done something really fun with somebody, like with like one particular person, and you had like all this great memories, and then you don't really hang out with them anymore, and now like those memories are just kind of, man, I wish I'd done it with somebody else. So be discerning. Use your discernment about this abundance and who you share it with. Because what Spirit has said is, in the position of something you need to let go, there's this sun, this new beginning. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the discerning because there's two people in the card, a man and a woman, or a male and a female. But so I'm just thinking, because of the discerning, like just being careful who you're discerning or who you're sharing with. So let's see about this sun. Yeah, joy. So it's saying that's kind of what I get from the sun too, is this sense of joy. Something you need to let go of. Happy feelings and joy. Oh no. Oh no, because death. Oh, that's not good. Well, that's not shaping out. Okay. Well, I don't always worry about death, because even physical death is not real death. But what I always think about with this card is there's like a transformation. So maybe you need to let go of this idea that everyone's going to be happy for you. If you do come into some kind of abundance and you want to share that with people, totally valid. You should definitely do that, but you should also be discerning about who you're sharing it with. You don't want to share it with people who are secretly behind your back wishing you would have failed. They are not entitled to your success. I mean, as a bigger person, you could totally share with them, but you are under no obligation to do so. And in fact, doing so just teaches them in the future that they can continue to doubt you. People will think that it's okay. Don't let people put, what is that? Like, don't let them rub your name in the dirt or something like that. Like, don't let them drag you through the mud. And I think you're learning that. I think that's a valuable lesson, though. That's a valuable lesson, is knowing who you can and can't trust to be happy for you. You don't want haters just sitting in the corner, like wishing you were bad luck the whole entire time. You don't want that. So don't celebrate that kind of behavior. You need to be more prudent, right? Let's see. Teaching, right? This is a teaching opportunity. I hope that whatever the lesson is, it's not like something terrible where like this person like really screws you over so that you know in the future, because that could be like traumatic and that can hold you back in a lot of ways. But I hope this is one of those things where just, you know, small dose of you realizing that like not everyone's on your side. Wouldn't it be great though if we had that kind of support in the beginnings? Yeah, don't worry about it, okay? Whoever is not on your side, that's not a bad thing. People come and go out of your life all the time. We have all kinds of soulmates. Some come in and teach us good lessons through negative actions, and some come in and teach us good lessons through positive actions. Just don't get stuck on it. You know, it's not a reflection of you, it's more of a reflection of them, but a lesson that they have to learn too. I always wonder, I often, not always, I often wonder that if the people that hurt you, do they think about it later on? Do they think, maybe I shouldn't have done that? Or do they just not think about it? Or in their heads, do they spin it so that whatever happened to you is what you deserved? I always wonder about that. But anyway, either way you slice it, judgment's coming. Right? So this could be a judgment about like who to share information with in the future, or who to talk to in the future, or who to share your abundance with in the future. Or this could be judgment for you, because if you continuously have bad experiences with somebody, you're not necessarily more virtuous if you continue to have those negative experiences with them, right? So say it's like a buddy, right? Oh, can I borrow $10? Can I borrow $20? Can I borrow $50? I'm getting paid next week. Can I borrow $100 till then? Like, it's not virtuous to just keep giving and giving and giving. In fact, it's actually more virtuous to take a step back, look inside and say, is this kind of relationship that I want to continue to support? That's self-love. That's going inside and asking yourself about the daily habits that we create that affect our past, present, and future, where we don't follow after what we want and we give too much to other people. Ooh, snap. That hit home. That was like self-advice for myself. But this judgment is coming. The universe says that it's coming. I don't think you have to worry at all. Yeah, because it's our perception. Our perception of things. Sometimes people change. Like I was just saying, sometimes people change their perceptions of you to make it match the narrative in their heads. But even if someone won't face reality on their own, the universe will bring it to them. That's that tower. But this isn't a spread for anybody else. This is a spread for you about self-love. So even if somebody else says something bad to you, you can't let that dampen your direction, because you are still being called to act on your emotions. But be discerning. So don't continue to give and give and give when someone doesn't deserve it, or when someone's not even putting in half the work to help themselves. Be careful. Self-love. Letting go. I don't think this is letting go of people. I just think this is more about duality and letting go of that sense, because you have it here twice, this perception and duality, the yin yang and the black and white bird. I think this just has to do with our perception of like who we help. It's really generous to want to help other people, and I definitely do it. I'm discerning about how I do it. So if I have clothes I want to donate, or I have bedding I want to donate, or things I want to get rid of, I don't always take them to a thrift store. If I want to get rid of them, or if I want them to go to good use, I take them to a homeless shelter, because then I know that the people who absolutely need it are getting it when they need it, and it's free for them. Instead of, I gave Goodwill a t-shirt for free and they charged me $7, or someone else $7 to buy it. It's ridiculous. So it's just practicing discernment, being helpful, but being helpful in the right ways, right? Knowing who to help. And I think that you're coming into that, and I'm really glad, because overextending ourselves or people pleasing, it's one of those ways that we just continuously give to others without giving back to ourselves, because they're not going to give to us. You can't pour from an empty cup. So if I'm constantly giving to you and you're never giving back, your cup is going to be running overflowing and my cup is going to be empty. I don't really like that so much. So just to recap, Aquarius, I really feel that right now you're in a good place, but you are going to go through something that's not going to make you feel like people might have the best intentions, or that maybe you should be careful about who you share with. But that's good though. That's a good lesson to go through, because on the other side of that is prudence and discernment. Self-love is a lot about discernment. Sometimes we have to be careful with ourselves. We can't depend on other people around us to say, oh, hey, by the way, I'm actually going to take advantage of you. They're not going to, no one's ever going to, they're not going to say that. You know, no one comes with a tattoo that says liar across their forehead, although wouldn't it be better if they did? Yeah, so even though it didn't come up in this deck, and I think, or in this spread, and I think the point is that it didn't come up, is the failure or the Five of Swords, right? Defeat or failure. None of that came up in here, and I think it's because you're not being defeated in any way. You're just learning. It was teaching, right? Yeah, you're just learning a lesson. Don't hate yourself for allowing these people in your life. Don't hate them. Just take the lesson and say, okay, in the future, I'll just be a little bit careful, more careful about, you know, who I let into my energy. Boundaries. Oh my goodness, you're learning boundaries. Boundaries have an amazing place in our relationships with ourselves and other people. I love that for you. I really hope this helped, Aquarius. Have a good day.